weststarradio.com.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Thank you so much. And now we have a special guest interview with DJ Struth, mate. G'day everyone, DJ Struth mate here, and I've been very lucky of late to have been listening to some new music coming from Denmark of all places. For listeners from Australia, that's pretty awesome. That music is in the form of the heavy rock band Forever Still, and for your listening pleasure today I have online frontwoman extraordinaire, Maja. How are ya?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Welcome, sweets. We really appreciate you having on the show today, and DJ Struth, mate, is looking forward to this interview. Been looking forward to it all day. So, how are you on your end?
I'm good. It's about 5 in the evening here, so I've had a long day, and it will continue after that. So we're getting ready to film some music videos for the upcoming album and everything.
Ooh, sweet. So the weekend's all busy planned ahead, so that's good.
Oh yeah, very much so. And we're getting ready with some pre-orders and everything, so there's enough to do.
Very cool. Look, as I mentioned before, I've been listening to your tunes, and I tell you what, besides musicianship being quality, the production is pretty damn sweet too. Can you give us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we do basically everything ourselves. So all the songs are written by me and my co-writer Mikkel. He's in charge of the instrumentals, and I do the vocal melodies, most of the harmonies and stuff like that, and the lyrics. And we just Mikkel is definitely main producer on all of this, but we sit together and make the arrangements and make it happen. I think it's really great to be able to do that yourself, because you get to be like the entire music. There's nobody else putting their spin on it. So you get to really be completely honest and raw and get it out the way you want it.
Oh, very cool. So Mikkel is the pretty much you two are the people who started this off. You released your first EP, Breaking Free, back in 2013. How long have you been performing from before that? I mean, from what age have you been performing from?
Yeah, we started performing in 2012, and Mikkel and I met a little before that, where we started writing together and like getting the band together and finding out what we wanted to sound like. And then in 2012 we had enough tracks written to find some live musicians and go out and play them. So since 2012 and up until now, just of course writing more and more and getting some new tracks in the set list. So
that's such a small space of time. You've done a lot with that time. Wow, really well done.
Thank you. Yeah, but the time moves so fast, so you better make the best of it.
Because Forever Still are one of the many new form of bands in the form of do-it-yourself bands, from writing, recording, mixing, production, all your own media, your promotion. Your heart and souls are poured into this project, obviously.
Definitely, you can say that. I mean, it's a lot of hard work, and I get a lot of young people asking me what you need to do to make a band and everything, and just number one, really want it, and decide with your bandmates that you want the same thing. If you want a hobby band, that's no shame. You just need to agree on that. If you want a professional band, or at least aspire to be one, you need to put the work hours in, and the music has to be your number one priority. Besides all the things you of course mentioned, we do our art, and we do our photos, and we do our video, so it's like non-stop, and that's basically everything we do. It's related to the band or the music in some way.
Oh, well, it's paying off, I believe. I think you've been doing a great job, and like you said, the video and the artwork and the videos I've checked out on YouTube, it's coming across very professional on my end. I love the sound, and I love the visuals that's going with it, so very cool.
Thanks so much. Happy to hear that.
So give yourself and the listeners one of your touring highlights. What's something that's been pretty memorable whilst you've been gigging around?
I mean, I feel like a fun thing to do is always festivals, because those are the kind of places where you get to meet so many people who didn't know you before. And I think it's really awesome, because there's usually a lot of people. We played a festival in Denmark called Naga Festival, and I think it's around 1,200 people there, which is like quite a lot of people. And we were playing at 1 in the morning, or the middle of the night if you want, and we were like, oh, is people gonna be like ready and awake? And they were just like going crazy, even though it was so late, and somebody was just sleeping somewhere in the distance, and everybody else was moshing. And it was just a cool mess of everything. And some of the best experiences from this year was our first tour to the UK, because we've wanted to go for a long time, because we've had a growing fan base there, and we finally got to go and meet a lot of people we've been talking with for like years, some of them online. So it was really amazing to get to meet those people. And of course, our latest gig was at a big like cruise ship with like 12 decks and 2,500 people. It was going from Sweden, Stockholm, just hitting Finland and going back again for like approximately 24 hours. That was a crazy experience and a lot of fun.
Oh, a metal music boat cruise sounds pretty sweet.
Yes, so much. So many people just there to have fun and drink and listen to music and just have a good time. It was really something special. I've never experienced anything like that, at least.
And a cool thing, you can't really leave the venue, could you? Yeah, you can only go to another deck.
No, but I mean, it was the best kind of backstage I've ever had, because you could go to your own room, which is really nice, because sometimes you share a backstage with 20 people. Sometimes your backstage is not existent, and it can be really nice just to have some place to get ready and for me do vocal warm-ups and stuff like that. So it was really nice.
Very cool. I could only imagine. It'd be wonderful to have your own little private space every time before you go out and do a live show. But yeah, in this day and age, it could be any dingy little place that you're playing, or up to a very, very fabulous big event venue. So yeah.
We've done like broom closets and stuff like that, and just like behind a bar that wasn't working and stuff like that. So I mean, you try everything and everything works out, but it can be nice just to have like a little time to yourself before a gig, I think.
Oh well, as long as you put running water on the rider in the future, you should be fine. Now, I won't get you to run through a whole list of inspirational bands and people that you dig and everything. Look, I think I'd rather be a little bit different here, and I'd be interested to know which vocalists of past or present you personally would love to work with, if it were ever possible. I mean, if they've passed away, obviously it's not going to happen now. But if there's an artist around right now that you'd love to work with one day in the future, give us some inspiration behind there.
Yeah, and I mean, passed away, maybe it's impossible. We don't know. Everything is moving so fast in this day and age. We might be able to do a duet with them in like 20 years. Who knows? I have a lot of. I've always thought that if we were going to do like a duet or a collab, it would be really cool to do it with a male-fronted rock band, just because I like the dynamics in female and male vocals, and I think it could be really fun to do it like that. And definitely my favorite singers are a mix of, like, of course, really good singers, but also just people who they can be kind of bad, but they just have so much emotion in their voice that it doesn't matter, I think that's the most important thing for me, to work with somebody who can really project emotion. Great, something would be like a Perfect Circle would be really cool to have done something with, or for now I'm really digging Nothing More as well. He's a crazy good vocalist. He's really cool, and the style kind of matches our music. I wouldn't mind working with them. We should have actually opened for them when they were in Copenhagen, but it was the same day we were playing the Rocket Sea gig I just told you about, so we had to decline that one, but that would have been really cool.
Oh, well, look, I reckon in the future it's going to happen. I mean, just time will tell, so...
Yes, hopefully so. Hopefully a lot more will happen in the future as well.
With your growing fan base and Twitter base and Facebook, I mean, look, someone's going to get it out there. Someone's just going to hashtag both of you together one day, and it'll just ball roll from there, I'm sure.
I hope so. But yeah, it could be really fun to work with somebody else and just, mix it up a bit and have some other dynamics and some other inspirations mixed into it. I think it could be really fun.
So with that term that they use these days, and it's going around so much, you've just used it before for male-fronted rock band, you obviously get pulled up for all the time. You're going to be, is Forever Still just one of those bands that you think, oh gosh, yes, we are a female-fronted rock band, but do we need to bring it up? Is it one of those things that you think needs to be brought up these days?
I think that I've heard, like you were talking about it now, a lot of female singers making a fuss about it, that it's not a genre, and they're absolutely right, it's not, but I don't feel like we're being referred to as a genre, at least not my band. We're being referred to as a hard rock band, and then people mention with female vocals, because that's a fact, and definitely women in the rock industry is an underdog still, and I think it's being said because a lot of people like it because it's different. It's not a warning label or just a label in general. Oh, it's a female-fronted rock band, so now we hate it or now we whatever. I think it's a way to describe something, just like you call like symphonic metal for symphonic metal, because symphonic, then people know they might have like keys and violins and stuff, and they like that. So I think it's okay. Everybody's right. It's not a genre, but I don't mind people saying it's a hard rock band with female vocals, because it is, and it's part of what makes it different and makes some people like it even more, or some people like it less. So whatever.
Yeah. So half. It's sort of it is a description, but it's also not defining.
yeah. I mean, it's not a like. Then we have hard rock, and then we have female-fronted hard rock. It's not a genre like that. I think a lot of people think it is that they're being called that, but I don't feel that. I don't feel that. It's just a description about something you like or dislike, be it. I don't mind it at all. I mean.
Oh, well, I tell you what, you've got a day off completely from music, if that's possible in this day and age. What would you get up to relax, something that's not music-related?
I like nature a lot, so I would probably go for a long walk somewhere really, really nice. I really love nice views. When we were in Italy, we were so lucky to have a day off on Sunday, and we just went to the old city of Bergamo, and it was like really cool up in the mountains, and like really old stone buildings, narrow streets, and just a view over the entire city. And that kind of stuff I really love. So if and when I have a day off, that's the kind of stuff I'd love to do. Just see something new and experience something new, because that just fills my heart with joy.
Oh, sweet. I was just going to say, what's something cool to experience over in Denmark? But as a tourist, I suppose there'd be obviously there'd be landmarks and stuff, but you've just said something underground there is more like so the nature areas would be somewhere lovely. If someone was more in touch with nature, they could go there and check some quiet areas out.
Yeah, because I mean, everybody of course goes to Copenhagen, and you'll find a lot of cool stuff there. I think just yesterday I posted an Instagram photo of one of our castles that we walk past sometimes, and which is really cool. Like, there are a lot of, we don't really notice because we live here, but there are a lot of castles and really old buildings in Copenhagen, and I like that kind of thing. It gives the city a special vibe, I think.
Yes, right, because Denmark's you're sandwiched between Norway, Sweden above, and then you've got Germany and Poland below. So I've recently spoken to someone recently from Poland, and they were telling me about the castles, and that it is sporadic. They are just around, and you guys are just attuned to it, I guess. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, like everybody else, when it's a place you live, you get used to it and you don't really notice. But once in a while, when you take some time off and just not just to walk in your own world, but when you actually look around, it's really incredible. Mm-hmm.
You've got about 5.5 million people living in Denmark, but you've got about 500,000 just living in Copenhagen itself. That's huge.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, compared to so many other big cities, Copenhagen is still really, really small. Yeah. I've lived a lot of different places in the Copenhagen area, and no matter where I end up living, I can get anywhere on bike in 20 minutes, is what I like to say.
Excellent.
That's basically correct, at least. I mean, you can get most places in 20 minutes, 30 minutes on bike, and everybody bikes, so because it's definitely the fastest way to go anywhere in Denmark.
Very cool. Okay, DJ Struth, mate, has his muck around question for the interview. I hope you're prepared, or not. It doesn't really matter. Alrighty, here we go. Oh yeah. If you had the choice between owning either A, 1 horse-sized duck, or B, 100 duck-sized horses, what would your choice be, and why?
100 duck-sized horses is a lot. I mean, I hardly have money to feed myself, so I feel like that's probably going to be a bit difficult. But if we're a bit more cynical, we could probably make a bigger profit of 100 duck-sized horses, and I might want to keep one. Maybe that's a good idea, actually, because I feel like a horse-sized duck, and you know ducks poop everywhere? Yeah, I don't think I'd want that here. I'd probably go with like 100 duck-sized horses, and I want to let you know I appreciate that question.
That's all right. It's always a bit of a dramatic pause between because I love to. I wonder what goes through people's mind when they hear that question first up. But
I mean, my brain works in a weird way, I guess, because I visualize it and take it kind of seriously. But I love it. I love it. So I probably keep one because it sounds really cute.
The scary thing is with genetics and everything happening at the moment, and some of the videos are being sent by a few of the listeners, we're getting very close to these miniature horses. Maybe not duck size, but I'll tell you what, they're getting pretty close.
Oh, how cute! How cute! Because I met like the tiniest horse when I was younger, and it was really incredibly mean. So I hope these genetically modified tiny horses are not as mean, because usually my experience is the smaller the horse, the bigger the butthole it is. Really?
I don't think Australia's ever heard that term. The smaller the horse, the bigger the butthole. I like that.
I was going to say the other hole, but I came to think I don't know how much I'm allowed to swear on your show.
You could go.
I have been bleeped out before, because in Denmark we can swear everywhere and say whatever we want everywhere, and everybody does it on TV, on radio. There's no censoring. But then suddenly when I do interviews online, I have to realize it's not like that all over the world.
Look, so, I'm from Australia, and we swear a lot over here. But yeah, we'll keep it tame for the radio show. But yeah, we can talk later.
We'll stick with the butthole term, and you get it. Okay.
Sweet. Oh, I appreciate that from your end. That's sweet.
Sure.
Okay, so we've got 2016 coming up now. It's besides world musical domination, which is going to happen soon for you. Where do you see yourself and Forever Still, say, in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time. Wow. I'm such an impulsive person, and I'm not that good at planning, so we usually just plan a year ahead. 5 years is a lot. I really hope we get to visit a lot more places around the world, because we have fans in the States, we have fans in Australia, we have fans in Japan who really, really want to meet us, and we want to meet them too. So I definitely hope in 5 years we have been touring a lot of the world and meeting a lot of awesome people. And yeah, I think that's one of my main goals, because everything else is going to come along, like naturally writing new music, releasing new songs. That's just going to happen because that's what we do. But a lot of the touring things you can't control 100%, but I hope that's definitely going to happen. It could be fun also to play some bigger festivals, because I've really been digging the festival vibe, because it's a lot of people just going nuts, and it's a really cool experience.
Hey, you could hire a boat and just travel to Japan. Go for it.
Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome.
Okay, well, everyone, listeners, you can go to www.foreverstill.dk for the homepage for everything Forever Still, and thanks to your online presence, we were able to organise this time today. Actually, it kind of seems like you're doing the exact opposite of your band. You're not really Forever Still, are you?
No, you can say that.
Well, here's some possible suggestions for a future band name if Forever Still doesn't work out, if you're busy all the time. How about Constantly Busy? It's not very exciting, but it's more descriptive of you. Working 5 to 9. I like that one, because it's like, could be PM to 9 AM, or Ever Still Moving.
Yeah.
That's terrible, sorry. And my last one here, Forever on the Next Gigawaits.
Okay, yeah, not too bad. I'm definitely going to think about it. How do you like Never Still?
Never Still.
Yeah, it's pretty close, so people will recognize it perhaps, and it's just like short, and yeah, I think that might work. What do you think?
I think that's much better in 3 syllables, and cutting out the last 4 that I came up with. I think you've got it on nailed on the head there.
Well, there you go. I'm going to have to repress all our new albums.
No. Keep. Forever Still It Shall Remain. Okay. Well, Maja, a huge thank you to yourself and your time and your insight into the band and music. We appreciate it so much. DJ Struth, mate, wishes you all the best for the future. And right now we're actually going to play some Forever Still tracks. So, yeah, you rock.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Catch up with you in the future, sweets, and really appreciate it. Forever Still.
WestStarRadio.com
Hi, this is Maja Forever Still, and you're listening to the DJ Struth Mate Show.
Cannot cry, knowing my tears won't drown the pain inside me, searching, seizing, breathing, bleeding, screaming, color of the skies. Let the starless light keep them out of sight. Let the light of day make them fade away. Trying to hide, safe inside, mutely begging you to find me, lead, deceive me, let me, judge me, so I cover up the skies. Let the starless light keep them out of sight. Let the light of day make them fade away. I've tried so hard to become what you wanted me to, but instead I've ended up being everything you wish I everything you wish I everything you wish I. Let the starless night keep them out of sight. Let the light of day
weststarradio.com.